Welcome to the Wise Stoic. If you're new here, you're in the right place to build wisdom, resilience, and inner peace. Let's start the video. Most men don't realize when they are projecting weakness. They think they're being nice, accommodating, or even romantic, but in reality, they're losing respect, attraction, and authority. A Stoic man does not beg for validation. He does not compromise his values to please others. He stands firm in his beliefs, and because of that, he commands respect. Women are naturally drawn to strength, not just physical strength, but mental and emotional resilience. A weak man repels attraction, often without even realizing it. And if you don't recognize these behaviors, you will continue to struggle in your relationships, wondering why women lose interest, test your boundaries, or treat you with indifference. So, how do women see weakness in men? One of the most common ways is seeking validation too much. If you are constantly looking for approval, always asking if she likes you, or needing reassurance, it shows insecurity. A strong man does not need constant validation. He knows his worth regardless of anyone's opinion. Another major sign of weakness is being too agreeable. If you never challenge her, never state your opinions, and just go along with whatever she says to avoid conflict, she will lose respect for you. Women do not want a man who simply complies. They want a man who leads. Agreeing with everything might seem like the safe route, but in reality, it makes you appear spineless. A weak man also cannot handle rejection or criticism. If a woman pulls away and you start panicking, chasing, or demanding an explanation, it shows emotional instability. A Stoic man understands that rejection is a part of life. He does not let it define him. He walks away with dignity and focuses on what's within his control. Another subtle but powerful sign of weakness is allowing disrespect. If a woman disrespects you, whether it's through her words, her actions, or her attitude, and you tolerate it without setting boundaries, you are showing her that you do not value yourself. A man who allows disrespect teaches others that it is acceptable to mistreat him. A weak man also lacks purpose. If your entire focus is on her, if you have no personal ambitions, no goals, and no mission outside of the relationship, you are setting yourself up for failure. Women are drawn to men who have direction, who are building something greater than just a romantic relationship. If your world revolves around her, she will eventually lose interest. Another major sign is emotional instability. If you get overly emotional over small things, react impulsively, or let your feelings control you, it signals a lack of inner strength. A Stoic man remains composed, no matter the situation. He controls his emotions instead of letting them control him. And finally, chasing after those who do not value you. A weak man cannot walk away from situations where he is unwanted. He continues to pursue, even when it is clear that he is not respected or appreciated. A high-value man, on the other hand, knows when to let go. He does not chase what does not belong to him. He attracts what aligns with his strength. A Stoic man understands that strength is not about being aggressive or dominant. It is about being grounded, self-sufficient, and unwavering in your values. When you eliminate weakness, you automatically command respect, not just from women, but from everyone around you. A man's strength is not measured by how loud he speaks, how much he lifts, or how many people fear him. It is measured by his ability to remain unshaken in the face of challenges, by his control over his emotions, and by his unwavering commitment to his values. The moment you compromise these things, you reveal weakness, whether you realize it or not. Women are instinctively drawn to men who display inner strength because it signals security, confidence, and leadership. A man who lacks these qualities may still get temporary attention, but he will never be truly respected or desired in the long run. One of the biggest signs of weakness is emotional neediness. If you constantly seek her attention, always checking in, over texting, or getting upset when she doesn't respond quickly, you are showing insecurity. A man with true confidence does not chase validation. He naturally attracts it by being secure in himself. He does not need constant reassurance because he already knows his worth. Another mistake weak men make is over-apologizing. Of course, taking responsibility for mistakes is important, but apologizing excessively, especially for things that don't require an apology, makes you appear unsure of yourself. A strong man does not say sorry just to please others. He stands by his actions and only apologizes when necessary. Many men also believe that being overly nice will win a woman's heart. They think that if they agree with everything she says, avoid confrontation, and put her on a pedestal, she will appreciate them more. But in reality, this behavior leads to disrespect and boredom. Women may appreciate kindness, but they are attracted to assertiveness. They want a man who has his own thoughts, opinions, and the courage to disagree when necessary. A man who bends over backward to please everyone is not seen as strong. He is seen as desperate. Another way weakness manifests is through fear of being alone. If you stay in toxic relationships, tolerate bad behavior, or lower your standards just to avoid loneliness, you are showing that you do not value yourself. A stoic man would rather be alone than be in a situation where he is not respected. He understands that solitude is not a weakness. It is an opportunity to build himself into something greater. A critical sign of weakness is lack of emotional control. If you allow anger, jealousy, or insecurity to dictate your actions, you are showing that you are not in control of yourself. A strong man remains composed no matter what happens. He does not lash out, break down, or let emotions cloud his judgment. He processes his feelings rationally and responds with calmness and wisdom. Another thing women notice instantly is inconsistency. If you say one thing but do another, if you break your own promises, or if your energy shifts depending on how she treats you, you are showing instability. A weak man changes himself to fit the situation, but a strong man remains steady and dependable. He does not adjust his values for temporary approval. He stays true to himself at all times. Perhaps the most damaging weakness of all is chasing people who do not value you. Many men believe that if they just try harder, if they just prove themselves enough, if they just wait long enough, she will finally see their worth. But a high-value man does not waste his time convincing someone to like him. He understands that true connections happen naturally. They do not need to be forced. And this is what separates a stoic man from the rest. He does not beg for love, attention, or validation. He does not tolerate disrespect. He does not waste energy on what he cannot control. Instead, he focuses on himself, on his growth, on his mission. And because of this, he earns the respect of everyone around him. Because at the end of the day, a man who values himself does not need to prove his strength. He simply lives it. Thank you for watching. If you found wisdom in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others on the Stoic path. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay connected.